All right, we are
Oh,
here at the Tip to Tip podcast on the Tip to Tip podcast around whatever. We're here on the Tip to Tip
yeah.
podcast. So I usually do this on Sundays, but me and Katie have been trying. First of all, this is my guest, Katie. We have been trying to
Hello.
set up a time, which she will explain to us why it has not always been easy.
Mm.
And then I canceled because I had the shits. Really, is all.
Yeah, you're sure.
Really, just we're being honest. That's what happened. Um, so I've known God, we know each other a long time. Make me feel fucking old.
Yeah,
Um, I guess tell me about how you so basically you live the RV life, really.
yeah,
Tell
I
me
do.
tell me how that all got started. Because like when I knew you before, you lived in a house.
Yeah, I
Like
did with my parents.
there was a house involved in our last encounter.
There was
So
there was home. I don't know. I've always wanted to like used to have a Tumblr. I don't know if Tumblr even exists now, but when I was
oh,
younger, I was on Tumblr and I followed a lot of like van lifers,
Tumblr's like the
and I was
cooler
really
Pinterest, isn't it? Kind
I
of
don't know about anymore. Maybe back in the day.
back when okay.
Yeah. And I followed a bunch of van lifers and I always was intrigued by it, but I never thought it was like a possibility for me. And then actually before I met Joe, I was really looking into just doing it on my own, like
Damn.
getting a van and just doing it. And then I met Joe, and then the whole van life and all that kind of got pushed to the side and I didn't really talk about it much. And it was more so, oh, it's not going to happen again. And then, like 2 years into us dating, we had an apartment together, and he was like, I could work on the road. Would you ever want to live in an RV? And I was like, yeah.
Oh,
I
you're like, well, that's
was
so
like,
did
that
he
works out because,
yeah, did he know prior to that that was that something you ever
no,
expressed to him? It was just kind
no.
of man. So did he go into that conversation like, oh man, this is going to be a bold move to ask if she wants to live in an RV?
Yeah. Yeah. He was like, I don't know if she's going to say yes.
That's
And then I was just like, wait, are
fantastic.
you serious?
You're like, oh my, this has been my dream.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. And I haven't even told you about it because I just kind of like gave up. And
Yeah,
then when he said that, like, yeah.
that is awesome. So what is so how do you get started? Like he's like, let's move an RV. Does he just buy one
Yeah.
and then push it down a hill with you inside of it, or is there more? Is there more to it, or
I don't know. I think everyone does it differently, but what we did is we just looked around. We went to like RV dealerships because we had no idea what we wanted. Like, we didn't know if we wanted a drivable one, if we wanted a fifth wheel, if we wanted a travel trailer, but we wanted a vehicle because when you go places, it's way easier to just unhook and explore in a car than
gotcha?
it is hauling all your shit. So we wanted a vehicle with us. And then there's just so many different RVs. And we were looking around 2021, and a bunch of people just started RVing in 2020. So it was like a huge thing. And then we found the make and model that we really liked, which is the one that we have now. And the first one we found, they actually lost the RV,
How, so they just
which I don't
misplaced
even.
it.
Yeah, yeah, they did. They literally lost it because we were gonna pick it up in like a week or two, and then they called us and they're like, "We don't have the RV," and we're like, "But we saw it when we were there."
It was
And
a
they're like,
real thing.
"Someone." Yeah, and then we were just like, "What does that mean?" Like,
Oh,
and
that's
they said
funny.
some other guy at another dealership must have thought that they were bringing our specific RV for another customer, but it was a different RV they were supposed to take, and they
Gotcha.
just ended up taking
Wow.
that one, and we're like,
That's a
oh,
pretty
didn't know that
big
could.
fuck up.
Yeah, very big. I was just like, and
Damn.
thankfully we were just like kind of whatever, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what do you really do?
And
You're
then,
still probably trying to like get over
yeah,
the
what can we do?
they
Yeah,
lost it. Like,
yeah, yeah.
okay, so that's
They had
that's
their own issues, so
right. Somebody's clearly getting fired here.
yeah, something's wrong.
So you guys
So
found your
then,
RV. Was it like you found? Well, I should say you found your second RV. Did you
yeah,
like
we
fall
found
in
our
love with
second
it
one.
right away? Like you're like, this is
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah. It's, It's because the layout was good for us. Because a lot of RVs, the bathroom is like in the middle. Like it's like your living space, bathroom, and then bedroom. And ours in the back is the bathroom and then a living space. And then the front is our whole bedroom.
I
And it
feel
just
like that
works
makes
better
more
for two
sense.
people.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like
it
in the
just
bathroom in the
works.
middle, you stink up the whole
Yeah,
RV.
it's smaller. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that and like it's smaller. It's like it's all like I
Well,
don't
then it's
know.
weird, like somebody just watching TV and you just walk out the bathroom and you're like,
And you're
oh.
just shitting or
Yeah,
something.
you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I was just reading this book in here, my fault.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you have to like go to the bedroom or something, you have to like come
Yeah.
through. So,
What
and
so
then
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Well,
you're
we
good.
didn't know it was a popular RV for like couples. So it was
Okay.
really hard to find the second one. Like it took us months to even find another one.
Is that because of the layout, like you were saying? That's why
Yeah,
couples
it's
liked it.
popular, which we had no idea.
Yeah, you're
And we're
just like,
like,
this
oh,
is
of
cool.
course.
So
Yeah.
what so once you got it, I'm guessing there's a lot of stuff you got to prepare to just like up it. You're just up and leaving. You're just going. You're hitting the road. What was the
Yeah.
hardest
There's a
thing to
lot
do?
of um I'm not really sure. For me, I feel like it was just getting used to like I never cared for weather living in a house because like it's a house and you have a basement and shit. And like I never realized that you have to be paying attention to the weather all the time because in the RV, I don't drive. Joe pulls it behind. I'm way too afraid. I just got used to the truck, let alone trying to haul something. So, and I could like when it's windy, you feel it. Like it feels like we're in a sailboat. And in the RV itself, I'm way more calm now. I had a lot of anxiety when we started just because like the RV shakes with the wind.
Oh,
And
okay.
I just think the worst. So I'm sitting there like, oh, our RV is gonna flip over and we're gonna be trapped and we're gonna die. So like I don't my mind always goes to the worst part.
Most
So I'm just
excessive.
like
I
yeah,
immediately
I'm
thought
like
of the Wizard of Oz, and you're just blowing in the air.
yeah, you just oh yeah, like tornadoes. There's always tornado warnings and I'm always terrified because I'm like, well, we're just gonna go. Like we're gonna die.
Oh, that is true though. And then like we couldn't podcast because it was raining because you said it was loud,
Oh yeah.
which
It
makes
sounds like
sense.
a
I didn't think
tin
about.
can.
I wouldn't have thought about that till you said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Did you?
everyone
How's the winter?
everyone always said the winter is fine. We're used to that. And our trailer specifically is a four-season trailer, so it's meant
Okay,
to keep heat at the bottom, like the underbelly they call it, and it keeps heat inside. And there's things that you could do, like we have a heated water hose and stuff so that nothing freezes. And since we're in Michigan, they're used to winters, so the campgrounds themselves also have like heated water.
that's cool.
Yeah, so it really depends where you are.
So like people that think like, oh, I'm just gonna get an RV and start this wonderful. It's not as
Yeah.
easy as just
No, it's not.
like, boom,
No.
we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Is that
And there's a
annoying?
lot
Or
of
people think it's
YouTubers.
yeah, it's
We watched like a lot of YouTube videos and
okay.
they gave us a better understanding of how to actually like dump your tanks and electric hookups and like products that you would need that you wouldn't think of at all because you're used to a house.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy. So what so where's the coolest place you guys have traveled to?
Montana.
What is so cool about Montana? Besides
Well,
Anna
Montana
Blackman.
was a dream state for us to go
Okay.
to because it's so beautiful. And I don't know, we just fell in love with it because the people were so nice. They were some of the nicest people we've ever met. Literally the type of people that would take the shirt off their back for you and you're a stranger. Because we when we first started, we kept getting blowouts. So the tires on the RV would literally explode.
Oh geez. It
Like
seems a lot funnier to you. I'm nervous.
yeah,
I feel like it happened right
it's
now. I'm in
awful.
panic.
Yeah. Oh, it's awful. In the
We have
beginning,
very different reactions to awful.
well, in the beginning, like RVers warned us that sometimes you might get a pop tire or something, but they made it seem like it wasn't common. So we were like, oh, that's never going to happen to us. And literally, like the first trip, We popped a tire. Thankfully, it was just one and it was in the back and like you heard it. So
Okay.
we were able to pull over on the highway and then we had a spare and he had to fix the tire. And like it was scary, but we're like, okay, so that already happened and that's apparently something that doesn't happen. And then we just had so many problems with the trailer. We were always popping tires and people were like, that's not normal. And anytime we went to a discount tire, I mean, they only specialize in tires. They don't like know why. And
Yeah.
there's usually like a young kid working and there's there to fix your tire. They don't know the reasoning. So then we finally were like, okay, something's really wrong because this shouldn't be happening. So we went to a Camping World and they were like, oh, your axles are shot. Like
Oh,
they're
shit.
warped. And we're like, okay, well, that makes sense as to why it's wearing down the tire so much. We're like, if only someone could have told us that like 2 years ago.
200 tires ago would have been
we're
nice.
literally risky. Yeah, we're just risking our lives this whole time. We didn't even realize it.
Oh
Like,
man. That's but like that stuff you don't think about. That's crazy.
yeah, you don't think about it.
So do you I know I see your pictures on Instagram and stuff. Do you vlog your trips and are you like a vlog
No,
they call them, right? Vloggers?
yeah, I never got into the vlogging. It's very time consuming.
It was really time consuming for Gabby Petito. Just,
Yeah, like it's
just
very time
yeah.
consuming.
She
It's
was she was like they were I watched that documentary and every
oh yeah,
video of her was her making
I
videos.
know.
I was
Yeah,
like, damn,
exactly.
that's crazy. Like I didn't
And
obviously
then
hear
they
your story, but
right, yeah, awful story, but
yeah,
yeah, like the amount of time picking and choosing like what parts of the video you want, editing it and putting it all together and making sure like you need like microphones and stuff for the
yeah.
sound to sound good.
These little guys right here.
Yeah, like those. And it's
Yeah,
always windy where we are, so I would need like a specific one that would block out
the win
all
and
the wind and it's just
but
a lot
also
of work.
I feel like it would take away from like you said the beauty of things and stuff.
Yeah.
Going to it wouldn't
Like I
be
won't enjoy it
yeah, it's
then.
a job almost. Like
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
do all this crap, and how do you have a moment to like take it all in?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want it to be like that. So,
Yeah, I mean, you enjoy doing it. You don't want to
yeah.
ruin what makes you happy.
Well, yeah, when you enjoy something so much, I feel like you shouldn't make it your job.
Yeah, that is true. What's the craziest besides blowing out 277 tires? What is what is yeah, it's tragic and you're just laughing. I'm like, all right, we could have died.
Because now looking back, it's funny, but it's like
It is
scary.
crazy that like they just kept happening and like you guys knew something was wrong, but being so new to
There
it,
has to be something you
yeah,
did
you just didn't know
something.
what to do.
Yeah.
What is the craziest story you have traveling?
Hmm.
Like, have you met any crazy people or like,
Yeah, we meet interesting people.
yeah? Tell
Let's
me an
see.
interesting.
I
Yeah, I always
know.
hear about the good.
Tell
You always
me.
talk about the good people you meet on social media, which I think is impressive. You're always
Yeah.
very good to say this town was very nice. These people were
Oh
very
yeah.
nice.
I
I
can
want to hear the
always
crazy
find
shit.
the good.
Yeah, yeah, I want to hear the wild shit.
I'm trying to think. There are just so many crazy people.
I knew there were. I just,
Yeah. Like they're crazy in a good way though. Like it makes for a good story and they weren't like mean or anything.
yeah.
Just eclectic. There was I'm trying in Idaho, there was this guy, he was like a retired veteran and he had property in Idaho and he let people just camp on his land for free. And he
Okay.
has this whole website. I wish I could remember it. It was the most bizarre website you will ever see in your life. He had like rundown buses and stuff. Like most people um redo the bus and make it livable, but he just like kept these buses ran down and you could stay in them, but there was nothing nice about them. And he was not afraid to show it. Like the pictures were the rundown bus. Like it wasn't a
Was it like
pretend
a nice
photo.
remodel?
Yeah. There was just like trash everywhere, which is fine. Hey, whatever. And if people like that, like
I mean,
I was
obviously,
like,
he
wow,
had
he's
a
not
whole
even trying to hide.
website where people supported it. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He had a whole website and there was a Google. And then I looked on his Google because people were giving him Google reviews that were so hilarious. There was like these frat bros that stayed there and they were like, he is a god. We stayed up all night having a fire and talking with him. And I was just like, what?
that's
I was like, we need to meet
fantastic.
this guy. So we actually went to his property because I was like, oh, he always has sunset bonfires. He's like, even if you're not staying on the property, you can come at sunset no matter what, bring whatever you want, and we can watch the sunset together.
That's
And I was like,
that's
we got
kind
to
of
meet this
cool
guy.
though.
Well, yeah, like it's a cool concept. But yeah, we
You're like,
went to
yeah,
the
not for me.
property.
Fuck that.
I would have done it, but he wasn't there. We went there and we were like on the property and we didn't see anybody. And we're like, I don't know if his neighbors are gonna come out and shoot us or like,
Trying to
yeah,
steal the garbage out
couldn't
of his
find him.
old buses.
Yeah, yeah. Try to
Oh,
loot some stuff and get
oh,
some
that's
money.
funny. He sounds like the type of guy that would know too. Like, you took my candy wrapper out of my favorite bus.
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah. Oh, he would
Um,
know.
that's cool. So do you miss do you ever get homesick for the beautiful state of Ohio, which I'm currently in, which we have tornado warnings as we speak.
I know you guys have bad weather right now.
Yeah, we're like they said something like we are the most it's the most dangerous place to be in the state or something right now. So
Oh my
we're good,
God.
whatever. And we'll
At least
just
you have a house.
yeah, I mean we stay in a house. See, it's the little things you gotta remember.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in the third floor apartment, so I'm pretty
But
much screwed either way.
yeah, you gotta take
Yeah, I mean,
shelter.
I'm just going down with the ship.
Yeah.
Do you miss being here?
I mean, we do really love Ohio and we want to eventually buy land there and build, like live in the RV and build eventually. And we do come home most holidays, so we're usually home to like 2 to 3 months out of the year.
Oh, that's
And I
cool.
feel like that's enough. That's like enough for me, friends and family. I'm good seeing them 2 to 3 months, and
You're
then
like,
I
all
can
right,
just go
guys,
do whatever.
it's about time to blow this box stand.
Yeah, like, all right, it was fun, guys. Love ya.
Do you guys
Gonna
have
go now.
any? Do you have any cool trips planned coming up? Anywhere
We're
you go?
going to Maine.
Oh, did you get
We're
lobster?
we're going to Maine.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
get?
we're gonna eat
Hell
lobster.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that'd be good.
And I really want to go on a sailboat ride there.
Ooh,
I th I think that would be fun. And we're gonna go up the coast, the East Coast. So a lot of coastal beach towns.
that's exciting. That sounds very nice, actually.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah. And I already booked everything up to Maine, and then we just have to worry about where we're gonna go to get back, but we'll do that
So
later.
do you do all the Joe does all the driving, you do all the planning? Kind of
Yeah, I
like
just plan everything, book everything,
see, that's the way he's a smart guy.
activities.
Ladies plan it all, that's the way
Yeah,
to go. No
yeah,
trouble. You're just
yeah,
um
yeah,
that's awesome. That's I don't I'm very impressed because I think it's hard for somebody to just leave home, get an RV and say, let's just go travel
yeah,
the United States of America.
yeah.
Um, have you ever been to North Dakota, South Dakota?
Yeah.
Nice.
We
I
went
was hoping you
to
said no, so I
North
could meet you.
Dakota. North Dakota is really beautiful and it's very like not a lot of people. So if you like not big cities and just like rural life, there's some interesting characters there. And there's some beautiful parts of it, like some beautiful nature, and then the rest I feel like is just flat desert basically.
So I had a friend come up here. She lives in West Virginia, and she had never been to
Hmm.
Ohio, so she was Googling it,
Yeah.
and she was like, "What are we gonna do there?" I'm like, what do you mean?" Like she goes, "All there is corn. Everything I Google, it's just corn." I'm like,
Yeah, just
"Okay,
corn.
there's more than corn here."
Yeah, there's you got to go up more north in
I know.
Ohio, then you'll
I'm like,
get
we don't
some
just sit
more.
around and husk corn all day long.
Yeah, all day and make some
Um,
butter, churn butter, and like
yeah, we're just out here being Amish
yeah,
and just
yeah, you're just you can if you want to be.
I mean,
Ohio
yeah,
has great Amish.
I could use some new butter, I guess. I
Yeah,
tend to go to the store
yeah,
down the street, but
yeah.
so what did your family say when you said I'm packing up, I'm dipping out of here, I'm RV life in it?
They were excited for me, really happy. They know that I've always like my mom especially. I feel like she just knew I've always been one like more free spirited, and I'm always trying to do something else other than just stay in one spot. So I feel like she thought it was perfect for me. So they were like, all right, yeah, have
That,
fun. Like,
that's awesome. And that's cool that you guys were together for so long before you did this too, like your relationship.
yeah,
Because I feel like
yeah,
you have a good foundation, and like I feel like it would be hard to live in an RV not close, like
right.
trying to get to know each other.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
hey, you know what? Third date, let's buy an RV.
yeah,
We're out of here.
yeah.
I think yeah, I think that's really cool. I mean, it's impressive that you had a dream and you followed through with it, and you were you just gung ho about it. You could have figured out that tires
Yeah,
a little sooner, but whatever. Um,
I know.
any other big like big learning curves? Did you ever miss the house? Like when you come home to visit, are you like, I can't wait to be in four walls?
Well, we like having endless water. We're always like, oh yeah, because you get used to it. Like you know how to be frugal with water and stuff, and you're like, oh, I could just take a shower for 30 minutes straight if I want to.
Your family's like, where did Katie go? You're like,
I've been
hour
in the
four in
shower.
the shower. I'll be down soon.
Yeah. 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 So
That's
it's always
that's probably a big thing trying to rationing and like, I didn't think about that water and
you
did
don't
you ever
always have to do it that way because you can like we have hookups so we can leave it open and it would just naturally like go into the sewer, but we don't do that because there's like sewer bugs and stuff that can
oh,
come up into the pipe, so we only like dump when we know the tanks are full. But we have a smaller RV, so our tanks are smaller, so that's kind of why you have to, at least Joe has to be home or something, so I don't have to run out and like empty when I'm naked. Hopefully he's home and I can be like, hey, dump the tank.
he's like, no, I'm busy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You're on your own.
Oh, that is funny. Um, dude, I'm guessing you run into a lot of RV campers like you guys.
Yeah, there's a lot more people doing like living in them now. So, like, even where we are right now, there's so many full timers here. Like, they're not here just to camp, they're here because they're living
Living.
in an RV. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, we
That
definitely
is
come across way more people than we thought we would.
I feel like RVing, like you said, kind of has become more of a popular thing in recent years.
Yeah.
And
Especially like 2020, everyone was starting to just buy RVs because what else were they doing?
right.
And they all kind of jumped into this life and it was either for them and they kept going or it was not for them and they found that out quickly and they're like, all right, we're going to stick with our house. Like,
Well, yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it. I mean, you just told us a little bit,
oh,
but
yeah.
you can't just like there's like you have to work to do the things you want, like showering.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about food? Is it hard to do you guys eat out a lot? Do you cook in? Like how
We
do you
don't
kill
eat
the
out.
neighbors' kids and eat them? Like how does it work
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly?
Sometimes people will invite you over and they'll like have a smorgasbord and they're like, hey, want to come eat? And you can go eat with them.
Oh, see,
But we
that should be more common everywhere.
Well,
I
yeah,
like
like a
that.
more of like a community thing.
Yeah.
We've been places. We've stayed in some ladies' like yard. There's this app called Harvest Host where you could stay at like breweries, wineries, farms,
Oh,
people's houses and stuff. We really like to use that, but we stayed at this lady's house in her backyard. She had like a little setup with electric and water, and she cooked a huge dinner and she invited us in. She was like, "Hey, me and my family were having dinner. Like, do you want to join?" We're like, sure. So we got to talk with them and hear their stories and we got to like hang out, which I always like that kind of stuff.
yeah, that's super cool. That's man, that's like a brave move, I feel like, on both parties. One, you going into this lady,
Yeah.
and mostly her just inviting random people to come hook up and
Yeah.
you know, and I'm assuming you guys come off a lot less
Yeah.
intimidating than like 14 guys. Like just
Right.
but
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, I always see you posting when you meet new people. You guys will be like, we met so
Hmm.
a little story on your Instagram at
Yeah.
and you'll
Yeah.
talk about it. I always like that. I think the world we live in, people don't talk enough about good people and good
Yeah.
experiences.
And I feel like everyone should travel a little bit just because like since traveling, we've just realized that like the world is not that crazy. Like everyone for the most part is on the same page. Like
I remember,
it's
so
just
it was probably 2020. I went down to South Carolina, and it was like
yeah.
probably towards the near end of COVID, but we were still like masking
Mhm.
up and stuff. And
Yeah.
I remember going down there, and everybody was just so like, whatever. Like, you want to wear your mask, wear it.
Yeah.
You don't, you don't. And
Yeah,
I
just do
remember like
whatever.
I was like trying to get beer or something. I was trying to pull my mask up, and it was like, and the guy was like, "What?" He goes, "Dude, calm down."
He's like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, he's like, "You're all right." I'm like, "Dude, at our gas stations in Ohio, they'll like pull out a gun. Like they're serious about this stuff."
We we were like in Brunswick, Medina, and we didn't really like I still worked at the car wash and I didn't have any of my employees do any of that if they didn't want to. We got lucky because of our area. Like nobody was really listening.
Yeah, I think and I think at that point it was like this is not working anyways. Like we're still wearing
Yeah, and
masks.
people were like,
We're
okay.
Yeah, we're getting COVID. Like I don't understand what's happening. That's like people would get the
Yeah.
vaccine and then they'd be like, I got the COVID. I'm like, well, yeah, it doesn't stop it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
did you not
Yeah.
research this?
You
What
need
does
to
that
get
mean?
immune to it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you
That
miss
was a
working at the car wash?
crazy time.
Is it do you miss washing
I
cars?
I miss the people and I miss we had that parrot, Petey. I was like his
Yeah.
caretaker. So I miss him and I
Oh,
miss the people.
you guys on FaceTime or anything, you and Petey?
He his owner now was actually a customer at the car wash and she came in every Friday and she would sit in with me and hang out with me and Petey. She had like 27 birds. She was a bird rescue. So she taught me a lot about Petey because I had no idea what to do with a bird. And she actually ended up taking him when
Oh,
I left, which was good. So I
yeah.
know he's in like good hands. But she lives in Florida and they actually bought land in Hawaii and they were building. So
Oh,
she's a
shoot.
very busy lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, very busy lady. So I don't get to FaceTime. She'll send me pictures sometimes and like give me an update.
That's
But
good.
hopefully when they're done like building,
Well,
yeah,
I
when they're
mean,
done
Petey's
building in
great
Hawaii, she'll have
travel to
more
like all
time.
the hot spots. So Florida,
Yeah.
Ohio, you
He's
know.
yeah, he's living the life.
Man, I it's good to talk to you. It's been a long time since we've talked. I'm
Yeah,
glad
I
that
know.
I'm glad that you're doing so well. Um,
Yeah.
what is so what do you have any advice for anybody that all my avid listeners, if they want to get into RV life or traveling or any
Yeah.
pointers, any tips?
Um, I mean, really you do just kind of have to bite the bullet and do it. Go for it because everyone's RV path is just so different. You can't hit all the points of like you need this and do this. There's like a basic go on YouTube and just search basic RV needs and kind of watch that. But really just go, it's called like a shakedown trip is your first trip. Don't go too far from home. Find
It
like a
sounds like
campground in the area.
we over here in Ohio, as you know, shakedown trips are when you go down to East Cleveland.
Yeah. No, different kind.
Different shakedown.
Different shakedowns. Yeah, just have a little trial run and see how it goes. And with every bad thing that does happen, there's always a good thing. Like you can always look at it, oh, this tire blew up here where we were somewhere where there are discount tires and we weren't out in the middle of nowhere with a blown out tire, no service or something. So at least it happened in the city. There's always something, or you could think, oh, we didn't get to leave because it was too windy this day, but we avoided a tornado that we would have been in if we were driving.
They try to find basically the half glass full scenario and then
Yeah,
learn from it.
you have to. Yeah,
That's
it's really the only way to do it. You have to just learn it on your own terms.
Yeah, I feel like you said, there's no matter what you watch or do, it's one of those things where you got to live it and learn it. It's YouTube can
Yeah,
only show you, first of all,
it's
nobody's
just so
filming.
broad.
Yeah, nobody's filming, somebody running out of the shower to change their water because
Yeah, yeah,
nobody wants to highlight the hard
No,
or tough things in
yeah.
RV life.
Which they always try to do the highlights. But now I feel like there's a bigger community and more people doing YouTube, that there's like a niche for people doing all the parts of it.
which I think
At least on
cool.
Instagram, I've noticed. Yeah, because
I
it's good
think-
to see both sides.
Yeah, because you want to know, everything in life isn't perfect. It's not,
Yeah.
rainbows and daisies. Sometimes shit sucks.
No. Yeah, it does.
So, on that note, I'm going to. I really appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah.
It was really good to talk to you again. When you're in Ohio next, we will
No,
have
so
to,
good.
yeah, we'll have to meet up and hang out. For one of your
Yeah.
when you're done showering, obviously for your 6 or 7 hours, you're gonna
Yeah.
when you get here.
Yeah. Then I'll come out of my cave.
You'll be like, I am so clean. But yeah, we'll have to get together. It was great talking to you. I appreciate talking to you about the RV life because I don't know crap about it. I did once though in high school. My friends. Oh, I lost you. Oh, there you are. There you are. I lost you a second. My friend's mom made me clean their RV. Because
really?
Yeah, we did something wrong. I'm sure. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But the punishment was to clean it, and it was one of the big like house RVs. Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
There's
was a good time.
rich motherfuckers out here.
Yeah, she was like anal about it. She's like, you need to scrub that. And I'm like, dude, this is like, oh, they were getting ready. If we want to go camping with them, we had to clean it. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like
okay.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure she just wanted to just do it was her plan, but it was
probably.
Yeah, that kind of little PTSD. But yeah, I love camping and stuff, so I think the RV life is cool. I applaud you just getting up and going and doing it because that is just like I could barely get up and go to work in the morning. So the fact you're willing to just do that is amazing. Anything you want to add? Anything you want to throw in?
Not that I could think of. Other than that, I am very, very lucky that I get to do this.
I definitely I like that. I like how positive you are about it all too, even though things are not always the easiest.
Yeah.
You could blow out 800 tires and still laugh hysterically about it. So, do you guys have do you have a satellite phone if you don't get service? And what if you get trapped somewhere?
No, we don't. But we always talk about getting one, so we really should because
now something's gonna happen. You're gonna need one. You're gonna be like,
well, yeah, it's gonna
about this.
Yeah, it's gonna take that happening for us to be like, oh, we should get one now.
That's pretty much how life works. So I don't do things until
that's how it always is.
Middle of a jam.
Yeah, exactly.
So you keep saying discount tires. I didn't realize there were that many discount tires in the United.
Oh yeah, they're all over.
And it is always like a kid that doesn't care that's working there.
It's the kid. All he can do is change a tire, and that's it.
And
thank God.
If you ask him how he did it, he has no idea. He just knows how to do it.
He's just on autopilot, and so that's great. That's great and all, but
I remember I went there once and they like try to upsell you on the tires.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, well, what's the difference? And he goes, well, they work the same. I'm like, all right, well then I'm gonna stick with the cheaper one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the cheap one.
I was like, I'm glad we're on the same page because I was like, they're round, they're rubber. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh man, well, it was awesome talking to you. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Anything crazy happens, or you guys cook a child, or maybe not that. That's like
something crazy.
But something like wild. We'll definitely have you back on and hear about that. And I look forward to seeing you when you come home. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
And you have a good day. And I will post this probably within the next half hour.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll tag you in it, and you can share your socials if you want and tell people I'm Katie.
Yeah.
You can follow all my stuff. Follow all her stuff if you're watching, listening. She's gonna tag all in the post. That way we could make sure we do that. Unless you don't want them to follow you, then just don't. Just don't do it.
Whatever you want.
It's really a free country, so it's up to you.
Yeah, surely.
All right, Katie. It was good talking to you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Bye.
Bye-bye.